In this video, we will discuss Glanbia plc, an Irish company that is ranked 12th worldwide. Ireland has established itself as one of the most popular investment destinations in the world over the last few decades. Many multinational corporations have moved their headquarters to Ireland. The credit goes to the government for its pro-business economic policies. Ireland has a GDP per capita of $83,812 according to the World Bank Economic Survey. Glanbia plc was founded in 1997 and its CEO is Jim Bergen. Glanbia is a nutrition company operating in 32 countries around the world. Now it has become one of Europe's largest dairy producers. According to the Yahoo Finance, the current market cap of Glanbia is around $4.341 billion. The company has 7,500 employees worldwide. Glanbia plc is working in three major segments. 1. Glanbia Performance Nutrition Productions sports and lifestyle nutrition products like ready-to-eat bars, ready-to-drink beverages, and other retail goods. 2. Glanbia Nutritionals is in the business of manufacturing and selling cheese, dairy, and non-dairy products, as well as vitamin and mineral premixes. 3. Nutrition Glanbia Ireland, LSE, GLB.L, manufactures and sells a variety of value-added dairy ingredients and other FMCGs. Ireland's farming industry has long been supported by dairy products. The country was one of the world's largest producers of dairy products in the early 19th century. In 1848, Ireland supplied two-thirds of the butter imported into London's port. Competitors who were modernizing their systems with newly developed cream separators put pressure on Irish butter. As a result, Irish butter imports to London fell to less than 1% in the early 1880s. The emergence of new technologies into Ireland completely transformed the country's dairy industry, which had previously been run by small independent farmers. To help cover the costs of purchasing new equipment, dairy farmers banded together and built centralized dairy processing facilities known as creameries. Dairy producers started forming cooperatives in the late 1880s, often in order to compete directly with private creameries. Farmers who sold their milk to cooperatives fared better than those who sold it to private creameries. Most of those businesses eventually found themselves unable to compete with the farmer co-ops, and many of them sold their properties and businesses to the co-ops. The emergence of new technologies into Ireland completely transformed the country's dairy industry, which had previously been run by small independent farmers. To help cover the costs of purchasing new equipment, dairy farmers banded together and built centralized dairy processing facilities known as creameries. Dairy producers started forming cooperatives in the late 1880s, often in order to compete directly with private creameries. Farmers who sold their milk to cooperatives fared better than those who sold it to private creameries. By 1900, the number of creameries had risen dramatically, and the country had nearly 800 plants on the eve of World War I. Despite scarcities, political unrest, and violent incidents, farmers enjoyed a prosperous period during World War I. Following the war, the country's agricultural market collapsed, causing a large number of creameries to close. In the 1920s, government policy intervened to further consolidate the dairy market. In the years following World War II, the number of individual creameries was reduced to 17 large-scale facilities. At the same time, Ireland's cooperative sector had shrunk to less than 220 members. Butter remained the primary product of the Irish dairy industry, accounting for the majority of the creamery's output. In 1964, the members of 5 cooperatives came together to form Waterford Cooperative Society Limited. The formation of Waterford Cooperative in 1964 was the first of the major mergers, and it marked the start of a story that would play out across Ireland for the next 40 years. Waterford was able to grow as a result of its head start, and a decade later, in 1974, this scale of operation helped the company win the Francia Plate franchise to produce the prestige range of yogurts in Inch, County Wexford, a relationship that still exists today. Throughout the 1970s, Waterford continued to expand, acquiring a number of smaller creameries. In the 1980s, both Avonmore and Waterford expanded. Both companies established brand names at home, with Waterford maintaining its Yoplait franchise. The two co-ops continued to expand their product lines. On June 1, 1981, Avonmore introduced Avonmore fresh milk to the Dublin market. In the 1980s, the two companies, Avonmore and Waterford, went public. Avonmore was the first to go public, launching Avonmore Foods plc on September 6, 1988. On October 6, 1988, Waterford Foods plc was listed on the Irish Stock Exchange, ISEQ. Both groups were still largely controlled by the dairy farmers who had founded the cooperatives in the first place. Both companies began expanding as a result of their newfound financial resources. Galloway West in Wisconsin's Heartland dairying state was purchased by Waterford Foods plc in 1989, a year after the company was founded. Cheese, condensed milk, and food ingredients were all produced by the company. Heald Limited, which specialized in liquid milk and fruit juice. Waterford increased its presence in Ireland by entering the coveted Dublin milk market. Waterford purchased the Cheese Company, one of the two largest cheese producers in the United Kingdom, in 1995. On July 11, 1997, the first vote was held, exactly 3 months after the merger was formally proposed. The first vote came after a 6-week series of shareholder information meetings held across Waterford and Avonmore. Avonmore Creameries Limited and Waterford Cooperative Society successfully merged on September 4, 1997, to form the new Avonmore Waterford Cooperative Society. Avonmore Foods plc and Waterford Foods plc merged on the same day, forming the new Avonmore Waterford Group plc. The reorganization plan, which had been announced in November 1997, was nearly finished by May 1999. To accommodate the increased milk volumes, the Ballyragad site had been enhanced. In the United States, the group was investing $36 million in Idaho to boost cheese production by 30% and dairy-based food ingredients by 22%. Two significant strategic sales were announced on June 1, 1999 by the group. The first was Express Dairy's £125 million purchase of the UK liquid milk operations. The second was a £10 million deal with Don Meats to sell its Irish beef processing operations. An extraordinary general meeting and a special general meeting were held on February 15, 1999, to obtain the necessary approval for the introduction of a new name. The name of the company was changed from Avonmore Waterford Group to Glanbia on March 4, 1999. Glanbia comes from the Irish language, where the word pure food means pure food. Glanbia buys Nutrimino, a Danish sports nutrition company, for up to €20 million in January 2014. Glanbia buys Isopure, a sports nutrition company based in the United States, for $153 million, €118 million, in September 2014. December 2015, Glanbia completes the $217 million acquisition of ThinkThin, a protein bar specialist in the United States. The company is based in Southern California and was founded in 1999. Glanbia invests in 2 new acquisitions in 2017, Amazing Grass from the United States and Body and Fit from the Netherlands. Amazing Grass is a company that specializes in plant-based nutrition, greens, and superfoods. Body and Fit is a Benelux-based direct-to-consumer